Hello fellow Walking Dead fans, this is Solid Dave Snake, bringing you guys my YouTube channel's 300th video special today. And in this video special, we are going to take a look at a custom action figure by Andrew Spencer. And this custom action figure is a comic book version of Riot Gear Rick Grimes. And before I even get into this review, I just want to give one last big thank you to Andrew Spencer for this custom action figure and the previous review I did on his custom Shane Walsh from the TV series action figures, and for his overall box of goodies he sent me. If you didn't watch my unboxing video from Andrew Spencer, I will put a link in the description below so you can go check it out and see the two customs that I pulled out of the box, this one and the Shane Walsh, and a lot of other goodies he sent me. So thank you again, Andrew Spencer, and that's the reason why I'm making this custom action figure my 300th video special, because Andrew has been a faithful subscriber ever since I pretty much started this channel. So I just wanted to give a big thank you to him with this video, and all my subscribers for making it to 300 videos with me. I'm right on the cusp of 2,000 subscribers, and that's not a lot for some YouTube channels, but for me that's kind of a big deal because my channel is such a niche subject of Walking Dead action figures. I review other action figures as well, but as my subscribers know, I pretty much just concentrate on the Walking Dead action figures from the comic book series, TV series, mini-mates, and the McFarlane building sets. So I will always stay up to date on those and throw some other action figure reviews in here and there whenever the Walking Dead has little slumps in their release dates. But yeah, guys, so without further ado, we will get right into this action figure now. And if you can't tell, this is Rick Grimes. If you're a fan of the comic book, you know. But this is Rick Grimes based off of how he looked during the prison story arc whenever they were on their way to Woodbury. Rick Grimes and Glenn Rhee were out siphoning gas outside of the prison in the parking lot, and that's why Andrew included this gas can that came with the comic series 2 Riot Gear Glenn, or you can get it with the charred zombie from the TV series action figures. But that's why I included this, because whenever he was dressed up like this, him and Glenn were siphoning gas. However, they saw a helicopter, which was really a big surprise to them, since it was a little ways into the apocalypse, like a year and a half. So him and Glenn and Michonne went after the helicopter, and eventually it led them to Woodbury. So that is one real neat thing about having this figure. It is a direct representation of how Rick looked during this story arc in the comic book. And now having him, I can complete those three characters that went on that mission, with Rick and then Glenn in riot gear and Michonne with her poncho. So that's really cool. And this action figure is basically a kit bash, and what that is a action figure, custom action figure that is made using various parts of other action figures without having to really paint it or use any sculpting. So it's basically an action figure that any one of us Joe Schmoes can make, piecing together parts. But it was really a great concept for Andrew Spencer to make an action figure on. I really got to give kudos to him. This really works out well. But basically overall, it is the comic series 2 Riot Gear Glenn body with a head swap of the comic series 3 Rick Grimes, which really works well because Rick Grimes during this point in the comic, he didn't have as thick of a beard as this Rick has, but he did have about half of that everywhere. It wasn't as thick, about half the thickness. But this really works. His hair was longer, so it works well. And he did add a holster and a loop for his hatchet. And that loop comes from the comic series 3 Rick Grimes, as well as the holster. And the Riot Gear Glenn did come with 2 holsters, but they weren't that good of holsters, so he removed them. In this holster he added on from the comic series 3 Rick really holds the pistols well. And it looks like the pistol he included is from the original Rick Grimes series 1 action figure. But it fits in there real nice in that holster that was meant to hold the revolver. So that works well. And then the hatchet fits in the loop. And this hatchet looks like the one from the comic series 1 Zombie Roamer, which had blood splatter all over it. And is very nice since his actual riot gear has blood splatter all over it. So very fitting for Rick Grimes. I really like that a lot. But basically, everything else on the body is the same besides the added loop and holster. So it really works well, and if you have these parts, you can definitely make your own. Because that head fits on there real nice and still gets full rotation out of it. So that works pretty good. So really happy with this action figure. And like I said, if you have the parts and want to mash up your own, give it a shot. Because I think this really turned out well. And again, thank you, Andrew Spencer, for allowing me to add this figure to my collection and review it here for everybody on the channel. And again, thank you to all my subscribers to making it to 300 videos with me. And there will be a lot more custom action figure reviews in the future. And you know I will always stay up to date on all the current McFarlane Walking Dead action figures, building sets, and Walking Dead mini-mates. So, again, thank you everybody, and stay tuned, because there are going to be a lot more Walking Dead action figure reviews coming out later this year. So I'll catch you later.